heart is wrapped up in clover, yes it is, since the night I first met you.
20 musicians who died of horrible diseases. Music has always demanded sacrifice, but some artists gave everything they had, including their final years. Cancer, AIDS, and other devastating illnesses claimed voices that defined generations far too soon. These are 20 musicians whose battles with horrible diseases ended careers that changed music forever. Number 20, Freddie Mercury.
And another one gone, and another one gone, another one bites the dust.
The voice behind Bohemian Rhapsody sold over 300 million records with Queen, becoming one of rock's most electrifying frontmen. Mercury kept his AIDS diagnosis private while continuing to record until the very end. He announced his illness on November 21, 1991, just one day before his death. The secrecy was deliberate, protecting his privacy during an era of intense stigma surrounding the disease. Mercury died on November 24, 1991, at just 45 years old.
Hey, are you ready for this? I stand on the edge of your seat. Out the doorway, the bullets.
Bronchopneumonia caused by AIDS complications ended his life at his Kensington home. His partner Jim Hutton was by his side. The tribute concert for AIDS awareness at Wembley Stadium in 1992 honored his legacy and raised millions for research. Number 19, George Harrison. The Quiet Beatles sold an estimated 50 million records as a solo artist after the legendary band's breakup. Harrison first battled throat cancer in 1997, undergoing radiation treatment that seemed successful. Then lung cancer appeared in 2001. A brain tumor followed shortly after. He was attacked and stabbed in his own home in December 1999, which some believe accelerated his physical decline. Harrison died on November 29, 2001 in Los Angeles at age 58. Despite being a lifelong smoker, his spiritual devotion to Hinduism gave him peace in his final months. His final words reportedly referenced the spiritual teachings he had embraced for decades. All Things Must Pass remains a masterpiece.
It's gonna come and take you away.
Number 18, David Bowie.
Although I was not there, he said I was his friend.
Ziggy Stardust changed rock music forever, selling over 140 million albums worldwide across 5 decades of constant reinvention. Bowie was diagnosed with liver cancer in 2014, but kept it completely secret from the public and most collaborators. He continued working, channeling his final months into his album Black Star, released just 2 days before his death. Bowie died on January 10, 2016, at age 69 in his New York City apartment. The album's lyrics now read as a meditation on mortality and farewell. "Look up here, I'm in heaven," he sang on Lazarus. Producer Tony Visconti confirmed Bowie knew the end was coming and wanted art to be his final statement.
On side again. See the mice in their million form.
Number 17, Aretha Franklin. The Queen of Soul won 18 Grammy Awards and sold over 75 million records worldwide during her extraordinary career. Franklin was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer in 2010, but kept her illness private for years. She continued performing until 2017, when declining health finally forced her to stop touring. Close friends knew the truth, but she wanted her music, not her illness, to define her legacy. Franklin died on August 16, 2018, at her Detroit home at age 76. The pancreatic neuroendocrine tumor had spread. Her funeral drew Bill Clinton, Ariana Grande, and Stevie Wonder. Respect and Natural Woman remained timeless, and her 8-year battle while still performing showed remarkable determination. Number 16, Donna Summer. Queen of Disco dominated the late 1970s with 3 consecutive #1 albums on the Billboard charts. Hot Stuff, Bad Girls, and No More Tears made her the first artist to have 3 consecutive #1 singles on the Hot 100. Summer was diagnosed with lung cancer in 2012. She had never smoked and believed her illness resulted from inhaling toxic particles after the September 11th attacks in New York. Summer died on May 17, 2012, at age 63 in Naples, Florida. Her publicist later disputed the 9/11 connection. Regardless of the cause, the disco queen's remarkable 3-octave voice was silenced too soon. She was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame posthumously in 2013. Before we continue, which of these artists' music defined your younger years? Did you dance to Donna Summer at the disco or sing along to the Carpenters on the radio? Drop a comment below and let us know where you're watching from today. Number 15, Karen Carpenter.
Funny, but it seems I always wind up here with you.
The Carpenters sold over 100 million records worldwide with their soft rock sound, and Karen's warm contralto voice became one of the most recognizable in popular music. Behind the hits like Close to You and We've Only Just Begun, she struggled with anorexia nervosa.
I need to be in love.
Years of extreme dieting and abuse of ipecac syrup to induce vomiting destroyed her heart muscle completely. Carpenter died on February 4, 1983, at her parents' home in Downey, California.
It can really make me cry.
She was just 32 years old. The cause was emetine cardiotoxicity, a heart condition caused by ipecac poisoning. Her death brought unprecedented attention to eating disorders. Richard Carpenter later said he hadn't recognized the severity until it was too late.
It seems that it's the only thing to do.
Number 14, Robin Gibb. One-third of the Eye, Bee Gees helped create disco's biggest soundtrack with Saturday Night Fever, which sold over 40 million copies worldwide. Gibb's distinctive falsetto harmonies defined the sound of the 1970s.
About the people I have seen.
He was diagnosed with colorectal cancer that eventually spread to his liver, though he initially kept his condition private while undergoing treatment. Gibb died on May 20, 2012, at age 62 in London. He had fallen into a coma weeks earlier due to intestinal surgery complications. His twin brother Maurice had died in 2003 from a twisted intestine. Brother Barry became the sole surviving Bee Gee. Robin's death came just 3 days after Donna Summer's passing. Number 13, Glen Campbell.
Anyone who can truly say that he has found a better way.
Rhinestone Cowboy and Wichita Lineman made him a country pop crossover superstar who sold over 45 million records. Campbell announced his Alzheimer's diagnosis publicly in June 2011, then embarked on a farewell tour documented in the acclaimed film Glen Campbell, I'll Be Me.
Something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you have.
The tour lasted longer than doctors predicted as Campbell performed from muscle memory even as his mind faded. Campbell died on August 8, 2017, at age 81 in Nashville. He had spent his final years in a memory care facility. His song, I'm Not Gonna Miss You, written after his diagnosis, won a Grammy Award.
Never defined who I am.
It was his final recording, a heartbreaking goodbye letter set to music that he would never remember making.
And I want you for all time.
Number 12, Dusty Springfield. The British soul singer's husky voice on Son of a Preacher Man made her an icon, and she sold millions during the 1960s British invasion era. Springfield was diagnosed with breast cancer in 1994, but continued recording when possible. Her collaboration with the Pet Shop Boys brought her back to the UK charts with What Have I Done to Deserve This in 1987. Springfield died on March 2, 1999 at age 59 in Henley-on-Thames. She was just 4 days away from being made an Officer of the Order of the British Empire. The honor was awarded posthumously. Elton John and Neil Tennant both considered her the greatest white soul singer that Britain ever produced. Number 11, Ray Charles.
Both day and night, never going to fusses, always treat me.
The genius of soul pioneered the fusion of gospel and R&B, selling tens of millions of records worldwide across 6 decades. Georgia on My Mind and Hit the Road. Jack made him a national treasure. Charles was diagnosed with liver disease in 2003, likely connected to his decades of heroin addiction earlier in his career. He kept performing almost until the end. Charles died on June 10, 2004 at age 73 in Beverly Hills. Acute liver disease ended his remarkable 58-year career. His final album, Genius Loves Company, won 8 Grammy Awards posthumously, including Album of the Year and Record of the Year. He had completed the recording sessions just months before his death. Before we get to the top 10, which artist's passing hit you the hardest? Were you a fan of disco or soul? Maybe you grew up on Motown classics. Share your memories in the comments below and tell us what these legends meant to you. Number 10, Barry White.
Go trying some new fashion.
The Walrus of Love sold over 100 million records with his deep bass voice and lush orchestral arrangements. Can't Get Enough of Your Love, Babe, and You're the First, the Last, My Everything defined 1970s romantic soul music. White suffered from chronic high blood pressure for years, which gradually damaged his kidneys and eventually required regular dialysis treatment.
Music play. I just wanna dance.
White died on July 4, 2003, at age 58 in Los Angeles. Kidney failure ended his life after months of declining health. He had suffered a stroke in May 2003 that left him hospitalized for weeks. His smooth bedroom ballads influenced countless R&B artists, and his songs remain wedding reception staples decades later.
Don't want clever conversation.
Number 9, Etta James.
And I saw you and that same girl, and y'all was walking by.
At Last became one of the most beloved songs in American music, and James sold millions with her raw, powerful voice during her remarkable career. The Chess Records legend battled heroin addiction for decades before getting clean in the 1980s. Later in life, she was diagnosed with chronic leukemia while also suffering from dementia and hepatitis C.
And I'd rather be a blind girl, baby.
James died on January 20, 2012, at age 73 in Riverside, California. The leukemia had been manageable until dementia complicated her medical care. Beyoncé portrayed her in the 2008 film Cadillac Records and performed At Last at President Obama's inauguration. James initially criticized the performance publicly, showing her fierce personality remained intact until the end. Number 8, Andy Gibb.
From me, if you give a little more than you're asking for, your love will turn the key.
The youngest Gibb brother became a solo superstar with 3 consecutive #1 singles: I Just Want to Be Your Everything, Love is Thicker Than Water, and Shadow Dancing. Teen heartthrob fame and a tumultuous relationship with actress Victoria Principal led to cocaine addiction that severely weakened his heart over years of abuse.
She'll leave me crying in the end.
Gibb died on March 10, 1988 in Oxford, England, just 5 days after his 30th birthday. The cause was myocarditis, an inflammatory heart disease made worse by cocaine damage. His brothers were devastated by the loss. Barry Gibb later said Andy never recovered emotionally from his failed relationship and the subsequent decline of his once promising career.
I want you laying in the love I have to bring. I'll do anything.
Number 7, Natalie Cole.
Comes as such a sweet surprise.
Unforgettable, her virtual duet with Father Nat King Cole won 6 Grammy Awards and revived her career in 1991. The daughter of a legend sold over 30 million records and overcame heroin and crack cocaine addiction publicly during the 1980s.
We'll change people's wrongs to right, and we'll never die.
Hepatitis C, likely contracted through intravenous drug use during those years, later destroyed her liver. Cole died on December 31, 2015, at age 65 in Los Angeles. Congestive heart failure and pulmonary arterial hypertension ended her life.
Which one to choose? Which way to go? How can I do?
She had received a kidney transplant in 2009 after hepatitis C caused organ failure. Her advocacy for organ donation continued until her death. She had been waiting for a second kidney transplant.
That's why, darling, it's incredible.
Number 6. Eddie Kendricks.
Once again, running away with me.
The original lead singer of The Temptations created some of Motown's greatest hits, with his falsetto-defining songs like Just My Imagination and The Way You Do the Things You Do. After leaving the group for a solo career in 1971, he scored his biggest hit with Keep On Truckin'. Decades of heavy smoking eventually led to lung cancer. Kendricks died on October 5, 1992, at age 52 in Birmingham, Alabama. He had lost a lung to surgery the previous year in a desperate attempt to stop the disease. The Temptations reunited briefly in 1982, but by then, the damage was done. His distinctive high tenor influenced countless soul and R&B vocalists who followed. Number 5. Lou Rawls.
Is a hurting thing. Love is a hurting thing.
The velvet voice behind You'll Never Find Another Love Like Mine sold millions during the 1970s soul era. Rawls won 3 Grammy Awards and hosted the annual Lou Rawls Parade of Stars telethon for the United Negro College Fund, raising over $200 million during his lifetime. Lung cancer was diagnosed in late 2005 and spread quickly. Rawls died on January 6, 2006, at age 72 in Los Angeles. The cancer had metastasized to his brain.
I'm talking about you, good thing.
His smooth baritone influenced generations of soul and R&B singers who followed. Sam Cooke, his childhood friend from Chicago's gospel circuit, had helped launch his career decades earlier before his own tragic death in 1964.
That I am unforgettable too.
Number 4. Minnie Riperton.
Loving you, I see your soul comes.
The soprano voice behind Lovin' You possessed an extraordinary vocal range reaching into the whistle register, hitting notes most singers could never attempt. The song reached number 1 in 1975 and featured her infant daughter Maya Rudolph cooing in the background of the recording. Breast cancer was diagnosed in 1976, just 1 year after her greatest success. Riperton died on July 12, 1979, at age 31 in Los Angeles. She had undergone a mastectomy and became a spokesperson for the American Cancer Society, raising awareness courageously. President Carter honored her at the White House months before her death. Mariah Carey later cited her whistle tones as a primary influence on her own singing style.
Faster than the speed of sound.
Number 3. Mary Wells.
Treats me good like a lover should, and makes me love him.
My Guy reached number 1 in 1964 and made her Motown's first major female star. Wells was just 21 when she became the label's biggest-selling artist, briefly outselling even the Supremes at that time. She left Motown at 22 in a contract dispute, a decision that severely limited her later commercial success. Laryngeal cancer stole her voice in the early 1990s. Wells died on July 26, 1992, at age 49 in Los Angeles. She had no health insurance, and fellow artists including Diana Ross, Mary Wilson, and Rod Stewart held fundraisers to cover her mounting medical bills. Bruce Springsteen also contributed generously. Her early departure from Motown meant missing the label's most profitable years. Number 2. Tammi Terrell. The duet partner of Marvin Gaye created some of Motown's most romantic songs, including Ain't No Mountain High Enough and You're All I Need to Get By. Their chemistry on record was electric and undeniable. On October 14, 1967, during a concert at Hampton-Sydney College in Virginia, Terrell collapsed directly into Gaye's arms on stage. A brain tumor was discovered. Terrell died on March 16, 1970, at just 24 years old in Philadelphia. She had undergone 8 brain surgeries trying to survive. Gaye was devastated, later crediting her death as part of his retreat from live performing. Ain't Nothing Like the Real Thing remains a soul classic. She never performed again after that fateful collapse. Number 1. Warren Zevon.
Little old lady got to the lady late last night.
Werewolves of London made him a cult favorite, but critics and fellow musicians considered him one of rock's most brilliant songwriters. Artists from Bruce Springsteen to Jackson Browne championed his sharp, literate work for decades. In 2002, doctors diagnosed inoperable mesothelioma, a rare cancer of the lung lining. Zevon refused treatment, choosing to spend his remaining time making music.
Shady Jr. walking with the Queen. And they were doing the Werewolves of London.
Zevon died on September 7, 2003, at age 56 in Los Angeles, just 2 weeks after his final album. The Wind was released. David Letterman devoted an entire Late Show episode to him in his final television appearance.
Oh, down by the river where the dirty water flows.
When asked if facing death had taught him anything, Zevon replied, "Enjoy every sandwich." The album won 2 Grammy Awards posthumously,